All the way to the last 10 minutes of the trip. Came back and so quiet. Didn't talk to her. Where were they? Like?
They said it's 92 degrees, and I think the humidity must be about the same degree as the way it feels right now.
Is it hot?
We are in the Baltimore, Washington airport waiting for our car rental from Avis. We're going to have a Cutlass Supreme car, Oldsmobile. And here we're going to Harrisonburg, Virginia, spend the night and go on down into Virginia to our see all of our kinfolk. Won't that be great?
Yeah. See you later.
Okay.
Bye. Where are we, Mom?
Vienna.
This is Vienna?
Vienna, Virginia.
Oh, and we eat at only the finer places?
Right. Vienna, Virginia.
Okay, well, what are you doing, Sue? Looking for gum. Oh, looking for gum. Well, I'm going to look at our pretty car here.
Oh, I see. Very pretty.
Yeah, very pretty.
You have to look at the license plate.
Oh.
Right.
You going to say what it means here so we...
Oh, who has to say it?
It's going to go all over the world now. What you want?
I don't even see it. It's all down here.
Ready to go?
Yep. You're driving, honey.
Yep. See you later.
Take us on in. To Harrisonburg.
Okay.
So we're here. We made it to Harrisonburg. Well, the car's really nice. Got a nice Cutlass.
What'd you say? All local?
Local calls are 50 cents. Did you want to call anybody tonight or wait
No.
till morning?
No, I'll wait, I guess.
Would you like to walk around and see what's where and how come?
Yes, we're going to go for a walk.
Okay. Where would you like to go first?
I want to go see where the restaurant is.
Okay. You
Okay.
want to eat your apple now or when you come back?
No, I'll have that. We didn't get coffee in our room. I don't know.
Well, that's too bad. Didn't you even get a cup?
No, didn't get a cup either.
Thank you for being our guest.
Wow.
And getting the handle on customer satisfaction.
Wow.
Suppose we could get 2 more cups at the office and we could have coffee. in the
Well, I don't
morning?
know. I can drink out of your cup. I'm not afeared of you.
Oh, don't your cup run us over?
Oh, your cup will have to run us over.
Mine did run us over, but I just went to the bathroom.
Oh. What is it?
It's 7:35. June the 1st, 1991, and are we having fun? And we are in Harrisonburg, Virginia on the holiday inn. Wow, what a night.
Wow. Bye.
Cherry tomatoes and onions and peanuts and watermelon.
Peanuts.
Where's the
Did you
strawberries?
hear all this? Oh, the strawberries. I'm sorry. Yes, we do have a lot of
I
strawberries.
heard you say
Come on
that.
down. I'll show you.
Good, let's go.
Are we going?
Here we go. Yeah.
Both of them.
I tell you, I get the pictures there.
Oh, good for you. That's what my husband did. He picked the berries.
And water.
What happened to Sue?
She went in for something. Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Over here we got cherry tomatoes and onions and there's even some peppermint
Uh-huh.
and she's got our peanuts over there, and the strawberries. And we've got tomatoes, and green peppers, the corn that you can see. And we've got cabbage. You want to come down here?
Yeah?
We got lettuce in here. And they planted some what are those purple?
Onions?
No.
No?
No, the eggplant.
Oh, the eggplant.
And here's zucchini squash.
Uh-huh.
And she's got muskmelon in here.
Oh, wonderful.
And cucumbers. And we've got spinach and carrots.
Gosh.
Green beans and peas. I guess that's it.
Oh, that's wonderful. Let me see.
Is red. Is it real
Yeah.
rich?
Yeah.
kinda clay?
I don't think it's kind of a clay.
Is it kind of clay?
It's
This is-
awful hard.
Oh, really?
The grape?
Yeah.
This is grapes. I could come in here.
Ooh,
Look at the grapes.
nice. Oh, let me see. Ooh, they're just coming on. Oh, pretty. Well, let's go back up there. This is wonderful. Thanks, Al. Peppy. Hi, Peppy.
We used to have a neighbor dog in Minnesota, like a pug like this,
Oh,
but it couldn't hardly breathe. And it was
I know. Scott,
snorting all the time.
they've got one too, and they had to, they operated on his nose.
Oh, really?
What are you doing, Boo?
I'm getting ready to go see some more relatives.
Oh, okay.
This is the literal family, and not only the literals, we're going to see one of the Rosenberries too.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you know what they think of me when we return.
Oh, you let us know what they think of you? How will you know?
I can tell by their reaction.
Oh,
They think I'm nice.
oh boy. Okay.
What a letdown.
Yeah.
What a letdown.
See you later.
Okay.
Al, what's this say here on the kitchen wall?
I Jesu navn går vi til bords, og spise og drikke på ditt ord. Gud til ære oss til gavn, så får vi mat i Jesu navn. Amen. That's the Norwegian table prayer.
What does it say in English? What does
Well,
it mean?
In Jesus' name,
Uh-huh.
we go to the table and eat and drink and, have your word and this Gud til ære. I don't know really what, but this here is so får vi mat, we get food
Uh-huh.
i Jesu navn. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Sue has one just like that in her kitchen, and she didn't know what it meant.
Oh.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Al, you had something you wanted to tell me?
Yes, I was going to tell her what they call a senior citizens happy hour,
Oh, yeah? What's that?
a nap.
Is that why you're staying home, Al, for happy hours?
Yeah.
Well, save a little for us, will you?
Yeah.
This is your chauffeur.
Oh, gosh.
What do you got your chauffeurs?
Ooh, wow.
Not much, not much. I'll have to get some pictures later.
Okay.
Al.
Life is like a mountain railroad with an engine near its fade. You must make it run successful from the cradle to the grave. Watch the curves that fill the tunnel, never falls nor never fails. Keep your hand up on the throttle and your eye upon the rail. Blessed Savior, thou wilt guide us till we reach that blissful shore, where the angels wait to join us in thy praise forevermore. The favorite song of our father, George Rotenberry. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And it has like 500 or 600 blooms on it a year. Does this make anybody sick? If it does, let me take it out of here.
What does it do to us?
Oh, it's
The
just-
aroma.
It's
Oh, real
smelly.
Oh, it
fragrant?
smells
Yeah.
wonderful.
It smells wonderful to me.
Yeah, you can
I
stick
can
my
smell it
nose
right
in.
here,
Yeah,
honey.
you stick your
Connie, have a seat. They'll be coughing.
I'll go over here in the corner.
Why would you say
Yeah,
that?
that may do it too.
related.
Yeah, well,
I'm
stop your head up if it will.
Okay,
and
you
we'll
sit
take
down.
it out
Well,
again.
I'm fine so far, so let's just go with that, huh?
Well, suppose you
here,
get
sit
sick
down here,
tonight.
You are-
Then I'll get that.
You never were that young.
Looks like I've got something there gonna fly off the side of my head.
That was your hat.
Yeah, that's right. That was the
Do
day of
anybody wear
hats.
hats now?
No. Well,
This
we have a lady in our church that wears a hat,
We do too.
and my son-in-law, when he doesn't go to church, he'll say, "Were the beautiful people there today?" And he always means the lady with the hat.
With the hat.
This is after they moved up on the hill,
Yes.
Mason.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what you call it, down from the
Well,
river up
they
to the
were
hill?
on the river, and then when they moved up on, oh, and by the way, we were up there 2 weeks ago, and up on the river, I mean down on the river where they
Uh-huh.
live, it has grown up now, you can't even find where the house was.
No.
They tore,
kidding.
they tore the
They
whole
tore the
thing
house down.
Oh, no.
And now you can't even see where it was.
Oh, why did they do this?
Well, because you see, when they lived down at the dam,
Mhm.
this was all company houses.
Oh, was it?
They belonged
Oh,
to the
I see.
Appalachian,
Oh,
and so when they decided to tear them down, they tore them down.
Uh-huh. So that got rid of that?
Now,
They
this,
tore the whole camp down.
Oh, they
this
did.
is
Then they
after-
sold
this is
all the
after he
land
got
to the
sick.
federal government,
He
and
was
then
sick then.
it's now in the
He
Jefferson
never lived
National
long.
Park.
Never lived long.
And they're gonna build a
This was
great
after he
big
was
park
sick.
down there. It makes me
Yeah.
sick, you know.
Oh,
It'd
yeah.
be
There's
another-
little
You been out to
Berksy.
Yellowstone?
I haven't,
No,
but I
that's
Well, our
forget
daughter
it,
was
that
out there
is
last
Berksy.
year, and she said it was just like Coney Island, you know.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she thought this was Amelia, but that's Berksy.
That's Berksey.
Yeah.
Where?
That's the first mistake I've made.
Oh, that's I knew that was Berksy, because
Why
that
didn't
was,
you tell me, honey?
well, I didn't read
Good.
what you wrote underneath.
See, you
Boo!
have to read
I
it.
can't believe you made a mistake in that book.
I said,
It's
the
on
first
film.
mistake I've made today.
Okay.
Because Mother and she, when they were together, they just sat,
You've got pictures that I've
beside
never
each
seen.
other,
These
and,
are you made, don't you?
Yeah.
and they just sat and
Honey,
held
spell
hands, Mother and Berksy, when they saw
Berksy.
each other that time.
And Berksy,
E.R.
when she died, she was 98.
Was
And
she?
you put the R in there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you did.
I had to make
Yeah.
a decision. She fell off the bed and broke her hip when she was
Oh.
91.
91, 92, and
Berkshire
the
is now
doctor said,
deceased.
Yes.
okay, Mason, he says, if this, she'll die if we don't do something.
Uh-huh.
So I said, well, yeah, don't give me much choice, go ahead. And you know, she walked better after they
After-
replaced that
yeah,
hip than she
she
had
did
for
Before.
years.
Isn't
And
that
she
wonderful?
lived to be 98 after that.
Oh. And where did she live?
We
Here?
finally had, no, we had to put her in a nursing
in
home.
Roanoke?
No, with.
Withville,
Yes.
okay.
I wonder
knew
where
it
she was
someplace.
at this time.
I've had somebody in a nursing home with me now for
Where was
15
she?
Oh,
years.
she lived over at,
This is where we picked her up, I thought.
well, you probably did, but now this is Cabell's house here.
Oh, is it? Well,
Yeah.
we picked her up somewhere, didn't we?
Yeah, this is,
Yeah.
no, it isn't.
It was some kind
Mason,
of a,
that's her apartment in
Yeah.
Whipple.
yeah.
That's where it
This is her
Well,
apartment in
We
Whipple.
went, Cabell went down and got her.
Yeah, that's her apartment in Whipple. Your mom looks good there.
Mhm.
I have something, remind me to ask you before you leave here.
Okay.
Day before yesterday, we got a letter from a man from a boy that went to school with us, and I had not seen him since Madison, Wisconsin in 1943.
Oh, my
He was in the Army and I ran into him.
Uh-huh.
We got a letter day before yesterday
That's
from
all
him, and he's in
right.
Phoenix.
Oh, my goodness.
And I told Livy, I said, what a coincidence.
Isn't it
that
something?
Well,
These
let's see,
people are coming
that's
in and he's.
Sharon, my
he
Who
is-
daughter.
lives there?
Christopher,
Well, we'll look him
that's
up.
right.
Well,
Their
the
son's,
point being, I want to know
Donna.
if, you're not
Their son's
exactly in
wife,
Phoenix.
I
Kristen,
am.
that's-
Oh, you
that's
are?
I
right.
am. Boo's in
Mayor
Sun City.
Francis's daughter,
But the
that's
three
right.
of us are in Phoenix proper.
Mhm.
Andrea,
So,
in the second
If
row,
we have an
Libby's
address,
dad,
we'll probably know.
May,
No, and that's what I was gonna ask you
Carl,
approximately where,
Mayor
because he
Francis'
wants to,
husband, Mayor
and he's into
Francis
this
and
class
Libby, right.
reunion bit.
Last
Uh-huh.
row is Neil, that's right.
Yeah.
So,
For the Army?
Brian, their oldest
no,
grandson.
for Ivanhoe
Todd, the
High
second
School.
grandson.
Oh, Ivanhoe.
The class of
Mason,
37,
Oh, my
38.
Sharon's husband, that's it.
Ivanhoe.
And he really and truthfully doesn't realize
Well,
it,
that's
but about
the end, I think,
50%
of
of them
your,
are already gone.
part.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever knew
He
his
will.
brother or not.
He will when he
No,
starts
I never
listening.
did
Yes,
know him.
yes, he sure will.
Well, that's,
Yeah, well, a lot of them were gone, but we had about 120 there.
well, you know, it's, I built this house 43 or 44 years ago, and I was gonna stay here a couple of years, 43 or 40. And I built
This
houses
is Mabel's
everywhere, but
family.
it just always just
Did you know Abel?
came back.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
well,
stay
no,
put.
no.
And at my
Now,
age, I
Mabel
hate to
lived in
move.
Washington,
Oh,
didn't
I
that's
she?
bet.
Marie.
Why would you want to move?
That's Marie. Marie's the
Well,
oldest.
Not
Marie's
really
the
any
oldest
particular-
Mason.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Not any particular.
Yeah.
And with mother so close,
That
it's
was
really-
us
yeah.
on our 40th.
I'm still
and
working.
us on our
Are
50th.
you?
I work every day of my life.
Well, great.
And this
My
is
son took over the
our
business.
family
and
in
I
'88 when she
am
was
in it with him,
remarried,
and
and
then
this is our
different
family
things.
now.
Well, good.
I wouldn't stay
This is
around
my
here
husband.
8 hours a day
This
if
is our
somebody
daughter,
paid me
and
double.
this is our son. And this is her daughter.
Not even double time, huh?
Not even double
These
time.
two are their
Connie is
children.
retired. She and I used to work together.
Is that right?
Yes.
I wondered.
Where?
And the house, it's in excellent shape. Everything around it
My
is in
husband
excellent shape.
and me, mother.
Oh my
They have
goodness.
worked
This is
up
the
and
last
he's added more
picture we
land
had
to
over
it.
at Christmas.
Is that right?
And
Now tell me again
She
who
still
bought it.
looks, she could
Irving.
have passed
That is
70
half
years
sister.
old.
Okay.
She was in great health
And
until
she
after
married,
Christmas of '86.
who did Irving marry?
That was an article in the paper.
Acres.
Acres. She married an Acres. But
Now,
anyway,
who
This is
listened
our
to this?
son.
Hey?
and they bought the place. I was just telling her that Daddy's half sister, the young one, she's only about 64, 65, bought the old home place where your grandparents were.
Look and see in there, see if that's who,
Said they bought it from King. King.
you're in the Rotenberries now.
She's got my,
Yeah.
she's got pictures of our grandchildren, but I'll have to get them out and show them anyway.
Right now.
This is Rotenberries.
You're not interested in your offspring?
Well, hey, sure we are. Well, tell the
These
story.
in my kitchen because that's where I live, and so I keep
Well,
it in there with
no,
me.
I was just telling her.
This is
Daddy's
my
half
oldest
sister bought
grandson and his
your
bride.
mother's
They were
old
just
home
married
place.
2 years ago.
Yes, ma'am.
And there they are.
That's my married.
Really beautiful.
All right?
And
That's where I
this
wanted to
is
get it
my
straight, huh?
That's right.
middle grandson.
Exactly
That's
right.
Sharon's
The name's
other
right
boy.
and everything?
He is,
Her?
let's
They're,
see.
they're brothers.
Yeah, this one's 30.
Now, Joyce
and
is
this one's,
Carpenter's
Yes, and that's
right.
what we're gonna see.
27, I guess.
And
then this is,
And this is
his
my
wife.
little, my son's
that's right, but it's
adopted
Irving.
Oh, Irvine, okay.
son. They didn't have any children, and they
Gotta
adopted
change
this
that.
one.
Another
when he was
mistake.
Yeah,
tiny
sorry
baby.
about that, folks.
Okay.
Okay, now is the rest right there?
Her brother
Herbert
Rudolph. Yeah, they,
Yeah, that's all I've got.
moved
There's
one of
no
these
more.
trailers in on the
Can't get a
place
girl to save
and
my
fixed
life
it up.
unless,
He told me
unless
Sunday
this
he's
outfit
82 years
produces
old.
a girl.
Never
Well,
know.
And Irving just looked
now
at
this
him.
one
He's
is getting
got a good
married in
pension and all
July,
that,
so
but
maybe I'll
you
maybe
might as
I'll
well give
stand
it,
a
throw
chance.
it out here on
Yeah.
the ground and give him money.
Yeah.
Now,
No. Yeah.
how do you
That's
spell
it.
those?
They did that, huh?
Here they ain't gone.
They were married in Florida.
E-R-V-E-N-E?
We went down for
Yes,
the
we-
for the wedding
So what
in the
does he do with
summertime,
it?
and I said we'll never survive, but it was very pleasant.
Right now he's putting it in the bank because Irving is grabbing
Middle
it
one.
and sucking it away from
Oh,
him.
all
Okay, now
right.
this is
Okay.
Stewart's
Yeah.
family by his
Nice.
second wife, is that right?
That's correct. That's right. Well, there's more.
Yes, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I wanted to
Everybody
make the
has to show off.
relationship.
Well,
Okay.
of course.
Other than,
We wanna
well,
see
you know who
this
Joyce
so they
is.
get-
Yes.
Okay.
And this is her
This is
mom.
Irving, and this is Rudolph, and this is,
That's the oldest grandson.
Marcy, her
and
mother.
his
Ooh, aren't
new
they
bride.
pretty? Ooh, my
Marcia
goodness,
did.
aren't they handsome
No.
couple?
No,
Oh,
I'll
that's
show you.
And that's Sharon's middle.
Is
I
that
mean, that's
Copper's
the
wife?
middle
Yeah.
grandson. That's
She
Sharon's
did.
youngest.
Okay, this is.
Oh,
They're
okay.
brothers.
But they moved in a
Say this
trailer
isn't the same one.
on
It's
Joyce's
a
No, no.
different
property.
smile.
She lives on
Yeah,
the back of
and this
their,
is the one that Neil adopted.
Oh, my
property.
goodness.
I adopted him when he was a baby, and he's 13 now.
Well, how neat.
This
That's
is the
his
old
school
home place.
picture.
She sent
Oh,
me
yes.
pictures of this. And she said, Marie said that our daddy built that garage.
I doubt it a bit more.
So there she is on the porch of her trailer.
I
Go
have-
up there.
Oh,
And I
okay.
don't
The
know
big
what's
one,
right.
the great huge one that is behind them in this picture here,
Dolphus.
is in my
That
son's
would be
house
spelled
now.
Dolphus.
It
So
is.
one
Yes,
place it was
I gave it to him, and it's
D-O-L-P-H.
it's
Oh, you-
yay
Oh, it's a
big.
big one.
Yeah, and
There was no
he
use.
has
Well,
this
I knew immediately
uh,
who you was trying to
English
find.
Tudor house with
But
a
I can't
vaulted
spell
ceiling in
Well,
the entrance
but I
hall,
had
and
seen 2 or 3
I gave
spellings,
him
but
that
I
to
didn't
put up
know,
above his
According to this.
railing.
That's nice. That's good.
That river does not look like that
I'm sure
anymore.
it does.
Go ahead.
This blood, whatever you all are calling it, started with Helen's children.
Right now, who's Helen?
Helen was his daughter by Annie Wolf.
Okay, now by his, you mean Stewart.
That's right.
Okay, say this so she can record
Okay.
this.
All right, Stuart Littrell,
Stuart Littrell's and Annie,
second wife.
who was his second wife,
Mm-hmm.
had a daughter by the name and named her Helen. She's still alive.
Where is she?
She had 3 boys, and all of them were bleeders. All 3 of them were bleeders.
And then it's in the second generation too.
Then we got onto it and started chasing it, and those boys had children, and they were bleeders.
Okay.
My thinking is that it is not in the literal line. It's got to be in the wolf, which Annie was a wolf.
But that can't be though, if it's in our family.
Oh, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
Look.
You got it in your family?
Mm-hmm.
And my brother died at the age of 5, and her son is 10.
I had never heard
And
that.
you have a son.
And we
I
have
have
a
a
son.
son.
But my
But-
son does not have any children. His child is adopted.
Okay.
Yep.
Our son is only 18%, which is, we are very thankful.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then it did come through the literal side by George.
No, not by George. George was a Rotenberry.
Get out.
Isn't she a character?
Hi, Emma.
Earl that you just showed me right here?
Yes.
Okay, Irving had 2 boys,
And they're bleeders.
and they're bleeders.
Okay, I'd be interested to hear
And
that too.
one of them,
Well, didn't you say Irving was a half sister?
No, Irving is the wife of.
I'm sorry.
let me tell you how. Let me
Okay.
tell you the.
We've always
the
thought it
literal
came
part,
on the
and then
wolf
maybe
side.
you all can get it straight in your
All
own
right.
mind. Okay. Stuart Littrell married a Moore and had 6 children. The first 2, one died at 4 years old, one died at 8 years old, and then the remaining 4 lived. There was Berksey, J.R., Daddy, Cabell, and Maud. They're all dead. Berksey never had any children.
So
Okay,
we don't
my
know.
grandmother, or Daddy's mother, he never did know, died at the age of 38 years old from acute appendicitis.
Okay, what was her name?
Evelina.
Evelina?
Evelina Moore.
Evelina Moore was her maiden name. Evelina. Okay, then my grandfather stayed a widower, or whatever you call him, for about 7 years, and then he married Annie Wolfe. And from that marriage came 6 children living, 4 girls, and must have been 5 children, and Rudolph, one man, one boy. And all of those girls, I'm sorry to say, have bleeders, and that's the reason that I kept thinking that it was coming down the wolf side. Although you can just prick my finger and I'll just bleed like.
But it's
Well,
never
but
been, he's never been a
it'll clot.
hemophiliac. But it evidently must be in the literal side if you've got bleeders.
I had never guessed, because Emma would have been right.
And you see, Mason has a sister, which she has a girl child.
Well, then that could mean that that boy of hers could be a bleeder.
But the girl
Is that
child
okay?
has a boy.
No, because you see, Marie
But it-
had a son, Mabel had sons, and I had one of each. Ruthie had a son, but it was carried through her daughter, Sue. And Shirley had a boy and a girls, and there are no bleeders there. Your grandfather was Stuart.
Well,
right?
I can go back farther back.
Okay, that's what I want to know.
There was a wagon train came out of North Carolina with a group, and a man and a wife, and a child that was not their own, and settled right in up there around Brush Creek. That boy was a literal boy. From that boy, there was 3 sons: Clark, Sam, and Bob. Now there's where the family split up, came up. Clark's side, which that's what you were interested in, had Miller, Stewart, and Steve. And then you know from there on. Bob had the old man Bob out there that married Emma Rotenberry. I mean, his son married,
Not Emma.
no, she was a Littrell.
Bob.
Bob Littrell had, not Emma, what's her name?
It may have been that Emma Elizabeth,
Jenny? No, she was a Rotenberry.
No,
no.
Bob Littrell married.
Oh, she was the Indian,
heck,
wasn't she?
I don't
Yeah,
No, I'm on the Rotenberry.
well, she married a Rotenberry. She married a
Oh,
Rotenberry.
she married a Rotenberry.
Yeah, Bob Littrell's daughter married a Rotenberry.
Was it Bob Rotenberry that she married then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you started the story.
This
now
is what you were
can't tell.
telling earlier, Boo, that there was a brother that married, that's where Grandpa Roten Mary went, and his mother was also a literal? Who
I
did
can't
Grandpa
help you on the
Roten Mary
rope
George
bridge.
go to
No,
stay
I know
with?
you can't.
Bob Littrell had Lilburn, the office.
Don't look at
That
me.
was
Doc was
Bob
with us.
Millard.
Oh, renegades up there. He had 3 boys. Harper, I know I'm on the wrong
You're on the
generation.
wrong
But
side of the
anyway,
fence.
Bob Littrell had 3 boys and 1 girl. And she married Rotenberry. Lived right out the road there from Mother's house. Hurley.
Mitty.
Mitty.
Mitty. I just
Eddie
happened to
Littrell
think of
married
it.
Hurley Rotenberry. And Sam Littrell never had but 1 boy, and they called him Little Sam, and he lived right down the creek there. And he never did, as far as I know, have any children. So you've got 2 lines of Littrells living in that area up there. One came from Bob Littrell, where I told you. One came from Clark Littrell, and that's our side of the family.
Clark
Clark.
was your great grandfather.
Yours too.
Well, I meant to,
And I'm trying to see how it would be. Grandfather, yeah, great grandfather.
But the literal little boy was not with his real parents.
No ma'am.
No.
Well, that's the
We don't-
mystery.
That's
Can't
the
go with
mystery.
that.
You don't know anything.
know
We don't,
anything at
there's
all.
no,
Do you know what that family name was, that he came with them in his train? Like,
somebody did at one time.
Aunt Jane told me one time what she thought it was, and you know, there's 2 people that we've left out of the Littrell clan. See, from my side, there was an Uncle Steve. Remember, they had 2 sisters. Your daddy had 2 sisters,
Well, he had a half sister.
Amelia and Jane.
Yes, a half sister.
Amelia and Jane is Bob's children.
He had 3, and Laura.
Heck, you're getting the Collinses mixed up in here.
No, they married Collinses.
Okay, now start over. I mean, as far as my dad's sister, that was
Clark Littrell had 3 girls, 3 boys. And I'll give you their names. The boys' names were Millard, Steve, and Stewart. The girls' names was Amelia, Jane, and Laura.
That's one you didn't know about.
See, we didn't get that in there before.
And they, I'm gonna blow your brains out.
Oh, gosh.
They all, the 3 girls married 3 brothers.
Well, see, this is where the problem
They
comes
all
in.
married
They all
Collins.
They all married Collins.
Yeah, they all married Collins.
Aunt Jane married Tuck.
Jane married Tuck.
Amelia married Stonewall.
Oh, okay.
And Laura married Crockett.
See, I never heard Laura. Heard Crockett, never heard Laura.
Well, that was her husband.
Yeah.
They separated.
Oh,
They got a divorce when they were I can remember.
when they were how old?
65,
Oh,
60, 65.
Live with somebody that long and then decide you can't.
All right, now the 3 girls was Amelia, Jane, and Laura, and they all married brothers.
And none of them had any children except Laura.
Oh, my goodness.
And who did Laura have?
How many?
She have a whole passel?
Well, that's, what's the girl's name down here that's always calling me? And Dave, and Moody,
Oh,
No,
you're
it
talking
must
about
be at least-
Tootsie.
Tootsie, Dave.
that's
Must
Dustin
have been about
Hoffman,
8 of
isn't
them.
it?
Yeah, that's the
Laura and Crockett
Dustin
had
Hoffman,
8 children.
Tootsie.
About 8 children.
They had a whole house full. I had forgotten that.
And Aunt Amelia and we used to call her Amelia.
Yeah, Aunt
Aunt
Millie.
Amelia and
Stonewall didn't
yeah,
have any.
Didn't have any. Neither did Uncle Tuck
And Jane.
and Jane.
Yeah.
And Grandma's dad was Grandma Rotenberry. Emma
Millard.
was
Preston.
Millard Preston. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was one of
And
those
his
3
father-
Yeah,
Clark.
he's
from
one of-
Clark.
That's right. And Clark was the one that nobody could decide where he came from or.
Okay,
I'll take
yeah.
you one
he's just-
step back.
Where did the
further.
wagon train come from? That's why I want to know. Does anybody know that?
Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yes, ma'am.
Did they come down to farm?
I don't know. Well, there wasn't any farms up in that mountain about that time.
Uh-huh.
It was, you know, it was. We're talking about way in the early 1800s.
Yeah. I wonder if they trapped or what'd they do.
I don't know.
We have no idea what they even came for because nobody ever seemed to know.
The Clark's wife was a bird.
A bird.
BYRD.
B-Y-R-D.
Yeah. His mother used to go with a guy named Bird
Is that
before
right?
she met Dad.
Well, your
There are some
great-
BIRDs up there too.
Are there?
Yes, because in Whitful there's a lot of BIRDs.
Ma'am?
In fact, our state representative is from up there. Was a BIRD. He's going to resign this year, but
I'm trying to say Polly, but I know that's wrong. What did Aunt Bertie used to call her? When I, right out of here's a lady, 98 years old, and she don't know which end is up. And I could say, Aunt Bertie, do you know who your grandmother was?
She'd tell you right off the top of her head.
Polly Bird. I believe it was Polly. I'm not too sure about that. But I'll tell you one thing. You going to Mount Hope? They moved Clark and all of those from a graveyard up there, and they're buried at Mount
Okay.
Hope right now.
Okay, then we'll know.
there's
Now, I don't know whether there's anything on the tombstone or not. I can't remember.
You've got to tell us how to get to that church too before we leave here.
What? Oh,
Mount Hope.
you'll have no any problem. Just right up on the hill above
Yeah,
your
but how the
grandmother's
hell do
home.
you get there?
you
Huh?
know how to get to 94?
Yes.
All right, just keep following 94 and you'll.
You remember how to
We'll
get out
see
of
it,
that
huh?
holler? You don't?
That's our
You
problem.
fall out of that holler,
Oh,
and then
really?
when you hit the hard surface, turn
Then
right.
you really holler, huh?
Gosh.
We make all manner of fun of
Well, this is
Mason
what they
saying
tell-
holler.
This is what they said. Well, you come down that from Ivanhoe, and you just come down the road till you hit a fork in the road and turn right, and you're right there. I said, well, I hope
Just-
we recognize the fork in the road. And they
Well,
said,
now there's Mount Hope Church sits up on the hill,
Yes.
Oh, you
but
won't have it.
but there's a marker down at the road.
Okay.
It says Mount Hope Church,
All
so
right,
you'll.
we won't
No, if you stay on 94, you can't miss
You
it.
will cut off of 81
Uh-huh.
onto 52 and go about approximately a mile. Now 81 is at Fort Chisholm. Oh, wait a minute, I'll tell you this. This is the best way to do it. And he walked me across to Cold Springs.
Oh my gosh.
And believe it or not, it wasn't but about 6 miles. And you know, back at that time, 6 miles.
That was a long
That
way.
was well, they didn't consider it. They had
No,
just a little
yeah.
jaunt. But
Got you over to Cold Springs, huh?
they would come over to Cold Springs from the church.
Okay, the old place now you were talking about a while ago. If we go on from we've never been able to get down into there.
Okay.
Is that
When
where
you-
Irvine is now, Mason?
Yes.
Yeah. When
yeah.
you hit
Oh, well, that's easy. You're going to see her name on the mailbox after you pass Billsby Road.
Okay.
The next little turn that you come to, there'll be, what does it say, Mason? He named it. Some kind of farm. There's a little road bears off to your right, and Curtis Acres' name is on the mailbox.
Oh, okay.
And go up that little road and you're there.
Right there. Well, times that I have been there, the gate has been closed or
it's open now.
It's open.
now.
And it's only one thing I'd advise you.
Uh-huh.
Don't get out of the car till you blow the horn. I got dog bit up there. Got a little old, no, he got a little old shepherd.
Oh
And
my.
they'll
He's just
run
a
up behind
feisty
you and
thing.
nip you.
Well, the road has always been.
It's in good shape.
Okay, it
I
was
was there
raining
Sunday.
and ruddy and all that kind of thing, so.
No problem.
Well,
No.
Curtis has opened it up pretty good. We
Were
were
you taking a picture of me?
get to
Together.
the point where she couldn't tell
Couldn't
us.
tell you.
And Berksey was the historian, but she, after
It's
things got
interesting.
so bad, we
The
couldn't.
one thing that helped me more than anything was that when just before Uncle J.R. died, he brought the old family Bible over to Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those with the wood, you know, it's and
Now, who is J.R.?
Daddy's brother, Roscoe.
Oh, Roscoe. J.R. I never heard that, but I've heard Roscoe.
And in there, in my grandfather's handwriting, is all the births of the children, all of the marriages and right on down. So that really and truthfully did help.
Sure. Well, of course, we knew Steve, Uncle Steve, to
Yeah.
us, you know, we knew all these people through him. We hear them talking about, with Mother and Dad, you know, where they were just names to us.
Mm-hmm.
He used to come in just about every year and
Yes.
visit with May and Cabell.
Yes, I know. And
No.
always heard these names, you know.
My grandmother, who was a Moor, had 2 brothers. One of them was a doctor, and one of them, I don't guess he lived long enough to be one, but the doctor was shot off of a horse making a call one night.
Good grief.
And let me tell you a coincidence. Got a piece out of the Philadelphia Inquiry that had been put into the Whipple paper. Some woman in Philadelphia knew the whole story, and she had written up the whole story about Uncle John getting killed.
Good grief.
And it came out in the Southwest Virginia Enterprise here about a year or so ago. And I thought it was family lore, you know.
Yeah.
We thought it was just a story that had been handed down.
Sure.
And then Uncle Jim drowned it there in Cripple Creek, so they had a right tragic.
Where does Cripple Creek run through?
You'll cross it on 94.
Okay.
It comes down through the Speedwell and Cripple Creek and goes into New River down around about Austin.
Now, when you leave Mount Hope, where are you going next? Do you know?
Well, we're going to Joyce's home. After we're going to the services, and then we're going to Joyce's for dinner.
Now she married a Johnson.
They have 4 children, and we're going there. And then the other girls are coming there: Labeda and Maxine, and Faye, and then Emmeline.
Rotenberry, Finney, McKnight. Follow me?
Fighting Irish?
Well,
I think so.
we didn't know she existed until just Reese said we started doing all this.
And so she's coming over to visit on Sunday afternoon. And then we're going up to see Cynthia. This is Dad's side of the family now, the Rotenberry side. And Carrie on up in Beckley, West Virginia.
You're going to go
You're gonna
all
go
the
to
way
Beckley?
to Beckley?
We just went through there last Friday.
Did ya?
And
Around the world when I hit 90.
Really?
Yep.
How are they
sure
gonna, how are they
is.
gonna
What
take
for?
you?
Well,
How
I
are
don't
they
know.
gonna take
They'll
you?
have ambulance planes by that time. I have to put my daughter of mine, they're going to Tokyo this month, and then they go to Mexico. They teach school, and every year they go. Last year they went into Hawaii and hiked for a couple of weeks in that volcano. They are just,
Oh, adventuresome.
I
They
tell
are.
you.
They backpack and go anywhere and anytime. Now, this trip to Japan,
This is Sharon?
this is Sharon.
You only had one daughter, didn't you?
Yeah. She's rough and tough, has been all of her life, but the trip to Japan is part of their schoolwork. It's a exchange program. The Japanese teachers came here during the fall, and see, they go to school year round. So the American teachers are going to Japan in the summer.
What does she teach?
She teaches science, biology, and her husband teaches chemistry.
Oh, aren't we?
All right, ladies, you got them.
Okay.
No break?
Sure I get it.
And this is May's home,
Yes.
Mason's mother
Mason's
was
mom.
married to Cabell,
Cabell,
who was Grandma Rotenberry's cousin.
correct.
I'll see you later, Dave.
Okay, nice to
Take
meet you.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Wonderful.
Y'all just grab a seat and chair. I'll get
Yes, we're so thankful we can see you here.
And
Well, always.
this, ladies, this is Trudy.
Hi, Trudy.
That
Nice to meet you.
most valuable thing around here, other than mother.
Remember Ruthie? Here she is.
I'm here too.
I can't see you.
I know, but we've got to give you a big hug and a kiss.
Well, how wonderful to know that you're able to get around.
Isn't that the truth?
Oh, my.
We're all grateful for that, aren't we?
And y'all are having a good time.
Oh, we're having a great time.
And now let's
Got to visit with the Mason and Libby for a little while.
Well, good.
So, we just had a great time.
I didn't want for them and their friends. I don't know, I'd be lost.
Well, sure you would be. Sure you would be. Isn't it nice to have a family to look after you, huh?
Close to me.
Yes, close
I
to you
have
too.
mighty good housekeeper and all.
Well,
but then
sure,
It
sure.
doesn't take place back
You know,
there.
No,
you
that's
asked
for
about
sure.
Cold Spring
Well,
Methodist
We
Church.
were down to see you on the river one time. Do you remember that?
I sure do. That's why I lost track of it.
Well, sure.
As you got
She wanted to know where
older,
Cold Spring
Uh-huh.
Methodist Church was.
You bet.
You know, across there on
when
Rush
I was
Creek?
Yeah.
When, let's see, I don't think you was grown.
Probably not.
You was
Probably
long
not.
about
You want some
that.
more light?
Uh-huh.
And went
No,
on
I
to see
used to
them
sign
and
Yes.
spent some time recording
Uh-huh.
different ones that we knew. You see,
Sure,
we knew a
sure.
lot of them was out there to settle.
Uh-huh.
And of course, we just went in and said hello, but on
Yes.
the other hand, it was good to see them.
Well, of course it was. And you,
Well, it's-
you visited Steve too, didn't you, when you were there?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, you bet. Well, when we were down on the river when you were living there, your mother was living with you,
That's right.
and she and my husband had such a good time together.
They sat over there on the end of the porch. I can
Uh-huh.
remember that.
Yes.
And I was sitting, of course, I was younger then.
Yes, indeed. So was I.
And listen to their tales.
I know it.
and
They
it was
just
like reading a book.
It was they spun them a mile a minute, didn't they? They just told one story after another, didn't they?
And all we knew was a name.
Yes, that's
And
right.
part of that, we
Yes.
didn't remember.
No, I'm sure you didn't. No, but they sure had a good time.
Oh, they enjoyed it, seemed to. Well, how is everything out in your territory?
Well, it's nice and warm out there.
I'll bet.
We get a lot of hot weather, but that's fine.
Well,
And-
you're used to it.
Yes. Now my daughters are here with me.
Oh, they are?
Uh-huh. I want you to meet Sue. This is my youngest daughter.
Sue?
This
Wow.
is Sue.
She's just a baby almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. She still is.
I'm the baby.
She's still the baby.
Always, always.
And this other one is...
And
And
Sandy's
Sandy.
right here. Here she is.
I'm taking your picture
Oh, good night. What do you want to do that for?
because you're beautiful.
Oh, my goodness. I wish I thought I could.
Oh, well, the last time we came to see you, I called you from the post office. Do you remember that?
I do.
And you were in your new home then.
Yes,
And
we
I-
had built.
yes, you had built. And I stopped at the post office and I said, would you happen to know where May and Cabell Littrell did? And the lady said, well, honey, I sure do. Miss May was my school teacher.
I remember her telling me.
And she told us exactly where you lived.
Oh, yes.
So we
indeed.
we spent a good time and ate a lot of your biscuits.
Oh, I don't remember the biscuits.
Don't you? I do.
I remember you all being there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we enjoyed it
No,
so
we did
much.
have a good time. I was telling Libby that last morning we were there, we told Cabell how good he looked. He looked happy that morning, and he said, well, that's because I'm going to get shed of you folks today.
That sounded about like it.
And I thought that was cute. We always remember that. We're going to get shed of you today.
Well, I don't guess I would know anybody hardly now out your territory. That
Well,
is that
probably
younger
not.
children.
No, I'm sure you wouldn't. That's these young kids coming up, you know, and then they have families. Sandy can tell you about her family.
Oh
she
yeah.
can.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Well, now, wait a minute. Emma, girls, what was her name?
Okay, there was Marie
Yeah,
and Mabel,
Mabel.
then Beulah May.
Beulah May was young, but...
Yeah, and then I
She's
could go
still
over-
young, honey.
She's still young,
Beulah
right?
May says she's still young.
I'm still young, honey. I'm still young.
And then Ruthie, I'm Ruth, and then there was Shirley.
Shirley was a baby.
Yes, she
Yeah.
was.
She
Yes,
was
she
a
was.
baby.
Right.
Well,
She's
I
still the
think
baby.
it's just so. Now, Beulah May
Uh-huh.
and, let's see, Emma and Beulah May, and what was the next one?
Mabel.
Mabel.
Yes, you remember?
Now, they were the ones that were just growing up and, you know, flitting
Yes.
around. And
Yes.
of course,
But Beulah May was so sweet.
Oh yeah.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
yeah, if it go back that far, I would.
That part far back she would. She'd not go so sure.
Well, you know, it's just so wonderful that you all can come in and,
Well, we're
see the ones that you know back here. Of course, a lot of them are gone,
right.
and I know you miss them, but still the ones that's left are thrilled to death to see you.
Well, we're thrilled to see them. You know, it's been a long time since we've seen anybody.
Well, now,
But,
Carper
We're
and
sisters.
Emma,
And these two are her daughters.
they were all
These two, no,
gone
these
by
two are
one
her
time
daughters.
you came.
right,
right.
yeah.
I remember.
Carper and Doffus,
Dawson.
and Carper, and
Those
then,
two are sisters
then
and we two
mother,
are sisters.
Emma,
That's
our
right.
mother.
Your mother.
Right.
But,
Look at that picture of New River.
But we're going to go down to Mount Hope.
oh, are you?
Tomorrow.
That New River?
Well, that's good.
Uh,
You'll enjoy that, but you'll see so many people, honey, you never heard tell of them. And
You think there'll be a lot of literals there?
It'd be filled up with literals, I
Will it?
imagine.
Oh, well, good. We're looking forward to that.
But they'll say this is, for instance, this is May,
Yes.
and they'll say May who?
They'll say Mayhu. Well, we'll have to get them all straightened out. I hope that we can.
Well, how long are you going to be in?
Well, we're going to go down there tomorrow, and then we're going to go up through Beckley to see some of Daddy George's family,
Yeah.
and then back home. We're only going to be here until Tuesday.
Well, tell me, who of your daddy's family is living?
Well, not many.
Well, I didn't.
About everybody's gone, except, well, Carrie, did you know Carrie? Neil, Uncle Charlie Rotenberry's daughter.
I knew them, but they were just little fellows.
Yeah. Okay, Carrie and Cynthia.
Cynthia, I don't remember that name.
She was one of Uncle Charlie's daughters. Okay, those two, Uncle Charlie's, that raised Dad.
Okay, now I'm tying it together.
Okay.
A lot of it they've been told.
It didn't make any impression.
Yes. And then there's a Roy Rotenberry that we're going to see this afternoon that lives here in Roanoke. And that's one of Jim's boys. Jim Rotenberry.
Well, I just hold a minute. Jim Rotenberry was what Ken Carper and all.
They were George's Rotenberries.
Yeah,
George's side of the family, right.
Well,
It gets all mixed up, doesn't it? Hard to keep them all straight.
It's been so long since I've seen any
Well, of course.
And of course I've kind of forgotten them anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's so
Lose track.
wonderful that you all can,
Oh,
when
I
you do
guess
come
so.
in, get to come in and say hello
Oh,
to
you
me
bet. You bet. Well, we wouldn't come this far without not doing that.
Well, and how many now is there in your family?
I have 3 children.
3.
The 2 girls who are here, and then I have a son who lives in California.
Son, I thought you had a son, but I didn't remember how many girls.
Yes, when we were down to your place on the river, I think those 2 little boys let the brakes off of our car.
Car or something.
You didn't tell us that.
Well, Lord, I'd forgotten that.
That's what happened, though, wasn't it?
Where'd that car go?
Well, it just rolled back and it didn't go in the river, that's for sure. I think a tree stopped it from going on in the river. But I think it was Maxine's, it was Faye's oldest boy, that was with my son, and they got in the car and did that.
They were going to take a ride.
I think so. I think they were going to take a ride.
Well, I'm telling you.
You were wild in those days.
Yeah, boy. Well, you know, of course I can't keep up with them all, but now, which one of it is that Sedan? Carper.
Doffus and Carper are both dead.
Yes, they are, but they were here.
Marcy is still living. Marcy is Carper's wife.
She was Marcy.
I don't know what her name was.
Oh, I knew her. But I
Okay,
forgot
she's
her
still
name.
living.
Oh, she is?
And she's living at her daughter's place, at Joyce's place. She lives in a mobile home right behind her on her property there.
Well, how wonderful.
Isn't that
There's Mary
something?
Frances.
Yes, you do.
So,
Tell her who you are.
Hi, I'm Sheila May.
there's Mary Frances came in, I hear.
Mary Frances? Did I know that?
No,
Not,
no.
1958.
No. We have to meet her, don't we?
I'll let her go around.
Good, we'll get introduced to her, won't we?
Yes, well, let me.
I can see Emma and all those little children when they went out to that flat country to visit. She just thought it was wonderful, and then a thunderstorm came.
Oh.
Then she likes the hills better.
In the past.
There wasn't nothing beat the hills and thunderstorm out there.
You didn't like the thunderstorms?
No, scared me, honey.
Oh.
And you know, my mother, Emma, was scared to death of them too. She made us,
As long as she lived.
as long as she lived, she was afraid of them. Just scared to death of them.
Well,
She
I
really
don't blame her. Now, this is what I think.
Don't remind me walking in front
Her
of her.
mind is so level.
Uh-huh.
And you see the lightning coming streaks
Yes.
for miles
She's a buck
away
like
from
me.
you. And when
That's
it
right.
comes close to you and pops, when it touches the ground,
Uh-huh.
Wanted to go on
oh, my heart went to the bottom.
It did too.
I'm telling
That's
you.
scary, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And for a young person,
Uh-huh.
it just scared me to death.
Sure, sure.
Now, my daughter here wasn't there, but my son was in a little bit of trouble last time he was out there. And, but he remembers a lot of things.
Sure, I'm sure he does.
And
Sure he
they just, I don't know, I can use my imagination to see that country and
Oh,
where I
yes,
live and
yes.
where Emma lived.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know. I guess I'll go to the big grocery store.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will.
And how many is in your family?
We have three.
Three.
Uh-huh. Right.
All girls?
No, 2 girls and a boy.
Boy, I let the boys rock.
Ask the girls, they'll tell you. Is he rotten, Sandy?
Yeah, he's rotten to the core.
Rotten to the core.
Yeah. But we kiss him and love him anyway.
Oh, do you? How much younger is he than you?
He's right between me and Sue. He's 3 years younger than I am.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
I'd forgotten that Emma had a boy after you was born.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Isn't that something else?
Isn't that
I gotta meet this girl behind me here.
Oh, you
Hi.
Hello there.
Who is it?
It's, why, it's your daughter over here.
It's me, Mother. I'm back.
Mary Frances.
Well, have you met her?
Oh.
No, I'm going to right now, Mary Frances. Good to meet you. I'm Ruthie.
I know, honey.
You knew who I was,
When
huh?
were you all in the country the last time? Am I right, 58 or 59?
It was since then, 75.
But I wasn't there.
No,
We were on the hill. They were up on the hill.
Right.
And but before that was the last time that I had seen you. Me and Mother,
I asked him how old he was.
do some figuring.
Got to do some figuring. Use your fingers and toes and everything.
Yeah,
Where do you live, Mary Frances? This
Right
way?
there, right over there where that big
Oh.
wide driveway
Oh, I
is.
see.
Oh, I'm right in her back
Oh,
over.
that's good. That's good.
Of course, you know Mason's just around the corner.
Yes,
the
yes,
curve.
you drove us around.
And Jim and her daddy were all cousins.
Is that right?
And, and Uncle John is the one that gave her this Bible.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it beautiful?
Embossed? Leather?
Uh,
Is it
it's
leather?
wood.
It's wood?
I really don't know, to be perfectly honest.
No,
with
it
you.
could be hard cardboard, but could be wood.
Now, whose Bible was this?
This is the old literal Bible that was given to my grandfather by my grandmother's brother, who was a doctor. And we have tried, you can see here how we've tried to come up with the
Names of the...
now these Lewis married Sally Jones. This might Mary Frances might know more about it than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Who
Oh,
was-
there's Patsy
see there?
Bird.
Right there. You ask who
Clark.
Clark's wife was Mary Jane Hill.
Well, see, I don't have that right then, because I put Polly.
Yeah, you put that must be come from the Moore side. Come to think about it.
Mary Jane
How
Hill.
old is
Can
the
you-
Bible, do you know?
Can you remember that? Mary Jane Hill.
Mary Jane Hill.
Excuse me.
Right, and who was Mary Jane Hill married
She
to?
was married to Clark Littrell.
Oh, Clark. Okay. The famous
who
Clark
was Millard Preston Littrell's father.
father.
Okay.
Let's see what she's
Oh, I had that. Hosea married Patsy Bird. I have that record, but that's.
See there, I jumped a generation down there
Yeah.
at the house a while ago.
Yeah.
Clark, and this is my great grandfather, Hosea, or whatever they call it.
Hosea?
Hosea.
How's it spelled?
H-O-S-E-A.
That's-
I-A is.
Oh, it
He's the
is
one that
H.
married Patsy Bird. And I tell you what I'll do. If you like, I'll copy all this stuff and
Okay,
send it
that'd
to
be
you.
great.
Oh, that'd be great.
And you kind of pick out what
Yeah.
you'll be
Yeah.
able to.
I have a fax machine. You were talking about fax machines.
Mhm.
earlier.
Send it.
You
Give
got
her
a
a
fax
number.
machine? Well, I'll fax it to you.
Okay.
I'll write down the number.
Or you give me the number and I'll just fax it to you. And that way it won't be filled
Won't
up.
take so long to fax it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, how long you gonna be in before you have to be back home?
Well, we'll be down there tomorrow, and then we go to see my dad's relatives in Dublin, Virginia, and then we go up to Beckley,
Yeah.
West Virginia.
I know where you are.
Okay, and then we go up to Harrisonburg, and then back home.
Right?
1975.
You just put my name on it. There's just 5 of us in the office.
It was
A long time.
16
Are you
years
gonna bid
ago.
on something?
Long
I'm gonna send her something.
16
Oh, what?
years.
Yeah.
I can't
was
write
Debbie
her.
She always wore red, and you always told me she looked so pretty in red. You
She
remember that?
loved her
Yeah.
red.
She
I
did.
know.
She was a pretty woman.
Yes, she was.
You see
I
what's
looked
coming
just
down?
like her.
Oh, well, it's probably not worth it.
You wish.
See,
I know it's me. I told
You know what, probably not even
just like her.
But
I did.
That happens around
Let
here.
me get you
I
her.
wish I had all the personality
I remember
that she
coming
had.
Oh, she was a darling.
With,
I loved her.
yeah.
She
Evelyn
and I
Rotenberry.
were just good together.
I know you
And her
were.
husband
She thought an awful lot
down
of
through
both
here
of
one
you.
time,
Yes.
and they brought us
Liked
down to.
Calvert from
Yes, she
her.
did. And Gavin liked her.
Oh, long yes. To him, she was
What
almost
would that have
one of
been?
the family.
We
Yeah.
were in Roanoke, and they took us
And
to the
so,
train station. We got
We just
closer
got
down.
along so good.
Mhm.
And they never failed.
Didn't take you out of Roanoke,
No.
That's one
Took
of
us
the
out of
things
Roanoke,
on
down
To
that.
Lynchburg.
Yeah.
Catch,
Lynchburg.
yeah, that was,
So
that's the
good.
way Amtrak used to come,
Just had a
it
few
still does.
minutes
Yeah.
to
Well,
stay.
we came across these mountains.
And that
we had
means
these
one thing
mountains
you
down,
got
and
That's right.
just going
That's
out of
right.
one, out of another, in one and out of another, all the way down.
Real close
It was
enough.
fun.
They
Yeah,
just
they can
come
come
That's
in
what I
and they
remember.
just come and
Well,
I
we
take
better
the
scoot,
car
but
and
we'll-
go down.
Trudy,
Well, we
she-
better go. The car's leaving. If I
She
don't
was
want
eating
to
breakfast
see
when I
that.
came
All
through
right.
the door.
Say the car is leaving?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what
my
they tell me.
goodness.
That's
I'll-
what they want me to quit
oh.
talking.
I got
Is that what they want? Well, listen, honey, come back
Sure will.
I gotta
tell
be
me
out.
anything you know. And
All right.
The rest of them I'll just stay and talk to
Okay.
them a little bit.
That's cool.
We'll write,
Okay.
and Trudy can read it to you.
Okay.
Is that good?
That's good.
Okay.
Let me get you with these people.
I couldn't exactly tell my window where these four
Wait a minute,
are.
wait a minute.
And I couldn't see Mason's, I knew.
We're having rain in Roanoke today.
77 degrees.
It's dropped a little bit. Ooh, it feels
Look
good.
at the pretty flowers hanging on the lamppost.
I know. Where can I see one? Oh, there's some right over there. Just a minute.
This will cool it
Are
off.
these? What are these? Petunias?
Those are patience, impatience.
Ooh, hear that thunder.
Might be a mixture.
Nice. We're
There's
gonna
a
see
nice
Rory
little shot
Rotenberry
over
now,
there.
huh?
Roy.
77 degrees. Did you say that at 3:16?
I got it now. Is that your car?
And these are my children, and my friend in the back. Good. Oh, yes, we sure would.
And this is right there.
What was this, Mom?
And during the war,
Uh-huh.
he went to Oxford and his wife.
Is that?
We're talking about the city of Oxford.
Well,
Yeah,
something like
remember.
that, I'll talk to you
My
about.
husband and I moved to
Okay.
Roanoke.
Did you ever meet him?
He's an Australian girl.
Okay, we never
Oh,
have
are they?
either. We're going.
And
Now, this is the
English
last
and
picture I have of your
Australian,
dad.
Uh-huh.
There's one American.
Now, this
down
was
there
in
right
1954.
there.
Oh, yeah.
That must have
Daddy
been
runs pawn shop downtown. Jewish
Here?
shop. Yeah.
I'll
I
be
don't
darned.
think
Well,
I
he
have a
did.
notation
Opened a
when
new
it was
store in
taken,
Baltimore,
but
so
that
he
was
was-
54.
My goodness.
This is my granddaughter.
Oh, how nice.
Terry, this is
Last time I
this is
saw
my
him,
great-granddaughter born on my birthday.
Oh my goodness, how
Age
nice.
13. My son,
He had come in
yeah,
from
he could see part of it.
Uh-huh.
We was down at the lakes one day.
Because we stopped to see
Okay,
him
how
in
many children do you have,
Jacksonville.
Roy?
That's it.
That's it, one son, and what's his name?
61.
Boy, Junior.
Roy Jr. How nice, okay.
And,
No, I just don't know that he's the only one that I know.
Is that right?
Where were you, Roy? Where
Over in
did,
Europe,
were you?
World War II.
Uh-huh.
Yes, now this is Uncle John.
Long
And
time?
this is my mother back here. And this
What
is
did you
Sandy.
do
Sandy's
before
this
you
one over
retired?
here. When she was
cookie
free.
salesman.
Cookie
That
salesman
was
for
at
who?
Uncle
What
John's
company?
house.
Keebler.
Human.
Oh, is that right?
Chapman
You
Hill
worked for
Bradford.
Keebler?
Yeah.
Oh, how nice. All those little elves kept
Yeah,
busy?
look at
Kept all the little elves busy? Oh my
I
goodness.
got a pen.
That is interesting. Oh, you got a pen too. Look at this. Oh my,
I'm
look
doing
at
it.
this.
We went up pipe stem,
Oh, is that right?
West Virginia. So our convention, we have a convention every year.
Uh-huh.
And that's the only thing I got while I was up there.
Oh, was this, huh?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Tried to give it to her, but she wasn't there. Did it on myself.
54?
Died in
55.
55.
55.
And he was out here in,
Uh-huh, 55.
My dad and I went to see him in
Yeah.
Lincoln, Illinois,
Did you?
about 19, I was about 10 years old, I guess, 1960.
Oh my
That was
goodness.
before
We
you.
went to Oklahoma on a train. Had to change trains in St. Louis. My dad going to the bar, I had to go in. And out there, look under the step, swinging doors, you know. Like you did that.
But then Herman was living then, the boy, my brother. He was 3.
I remember you had an outhouse way down the back of the house.
Well, see, that was before our birth, either one of us.
Yeah. Yeah, that was back,
Is it
when I
1960?
was just 10 years old.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm 85.
Are you really? You look it.
Born 1960.
You're gonna look 85.
Sure does. Well, this was taken to Uncle John, and this is Sandy, this girl right here that's operating this machine.
Yeah.
That's her right there.
Well,
That little 3-year-old.
And this was our mother. And do you remember Uncle Charlie?
Oh, yeah.
That was the last picture.
You got the mustache?
No.
No, no mustache
Well, that
there.
was a long time ago then, wasn't it?
That was
You
in
had a mustache
44.
Before he died.
That was in
Yeah.
44.
Well, they sent me out there, you know, when we first come here from Oklahoma.
Oh, did they?
I
This
went
is
out
the
on
last-
farm through about 3 years.
Where?
is the last-
Where?
Out to Avenue,
Oh, okay,
Fresh Creek.
okay.
This is the last one we have, and this was your dad,
Yeah.
and Uncle John, and our dad, and Uncle Charlie.
He was in a wheelchair before he passed on. wasn't he?
Yes.
Well, he was in the bed up in Uncle John.
Was he?
Yeah, we was there talking to him.
Uh-huh.
Well, they drove all the way without stopping, if I remember right.
There and back, I think.
We drove from Oklahoma. Took us 12 days, 1980.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
my.
awesome. I'll never forget that.
That was a one to remember, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I think that's-
12 days.
Yeah.
This was Uncle John, and this is his children.
Yeah, I remember that. See, Robert sent me a fruitcake.
He did?
From Atlanta, recently?
Christmas.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
He,
We have no
he
contact
bought
at
it
all.
out in Kansas.
Do you want his
You
address?
got his address?
No.
Okay.
Good.
That was Uncle John when he retired
Well,
from the railroad.
yeah. And Vanson had a little boy about the age of my boy.
Uh-huh. He was a holy terror.
He fell in love with Uncle John did, and that's the reason he went.
Yeah, live with him.
And
Yeah. Now this was our grandfather's second family.
now, how about my dad's dad? Is that his dad?
Yes.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
My dad always called him Old Man Dan.
Old Man Dan.
That's him.
That's him.
William Denton.
Old Man Dan, huh?
Yeah, he lived with us in Oklahoma.
He did.
See, we don't know much
How
about you.
about Garland?
Garland, he's deceased. He died in 61.
I remember when he died. Did you know him?
Yes.
Yes.
Here, this is his obituary. And this is his wife. She just
Well,
died in.
I never met her.
She was nice. Very nice lady.
He come here, it was 1929, but sometime.
Was it?
I went out west and stayed a couple of years, and I come back, same year he was here.
Yes, we stopped to see him in Stillwater, and you did too, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
We stopped.
Minnesota.
A
Now,
couple times.
he was in one of the prisons, wasn't he?
Yes, a chaplain at the prison.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a memory.
Yeah, I remember that. You know, Robert wants me to write down all my.
Sure, you better, because nobody else is ever going to,
Back in the territory. when I
Yes,
was
in Oklahoma.
well, this is
Were you
part of the-
there,
born
you
in
were
the
there when it was still a territory,
Yeah,
weren't
I
you?
was born when it was still territory.
Yes, and my dad, well, George was there when it was still a territory.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh-huh. Were you there when it joined the Union?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, see
So
that's,
we didn't leave out in 1918.
yeah, okay,
1907 when we come to statehood.
okay. That's, he would recall that to us too, when it became state.
So did they go to Oklahoma together?
See,
George and
When I retired, I didn't have a nurse certificate. So
Oh,
I took the family Bible, sent it to my company, and they turned it down.
oh my gosh.
Social Security turned it down.
Oh,
I said, what the fuck will I do? They went out there and found out they took the census in 1910. And Roy and Bob and Joseph Rosenberry had a boy 4 years old. That's what I got.
oh,
Yeah.
isn't
And the
that,
government got that for me.
well, good.
And they both took that.
What was your mother's name?
But they wouldn't say that.
Josephine.
Josephine and my JoJo. That's what her dad called her.
JoJo,
She
huh?
was part of it.
Was she? Oh, for
She's
goodness
born
sake.
and raised over there.
She was.
Do you have any?
Did, when you went out there,
You have to, wouldn't
you were born there. Is that what you're
And
saying?
there are three of you.
When your father went out there, did he go out alone?
No, him and Uncle Jim.
He and Uncle Jim, the two
Name
went
them, name them, will you?
Okay.
She's
They went to
taking a
West
recording of this.
Okay.
And they were good
Lo,
recruits.
let's see, Roy's
For
the
Oklahoma,
oldest,
just
Lois,
discovered
Mary,
So they
Discovered
put-
Cole.
Charlotte, Florence.
They put them in boxcars,
Ira.
put them out there, give them a-
Frida.
No kidding. And so they were,
Did you know that, Boo? There were that many?
No, I
You
didn't.
know, Jim couldn't read or write.
he couldn't.
Three
Never
left.
went to school at all.
Oh, my goodness.
How many
But he's
children
old
did Roy
and
have?
Oh my goodness, made a farm of it.
He's a leader and that's the born leader.
Okay, I can't remember, I was corresponding
And how did
with,
he die?
Got
someone,
lectured in the mines.
In the mine.
I can remember her name. She was a lawyer, but she had remarried, and I thought she was,
Somebody failed to
Bob's
cut the
daughter.
current
Oh,
off.
the current
You need to
Who-
hear
who-
that. You need to hear that.
when I lived in Iowa.
Who got electrocuted in the mine?
Jim.
That's how he died. I
Jim and
heard.
Bob, Sandy, he just told me that Jim and Bob went from, they recruited in Virginia, West Virginia, for Oklahoma to go out and work in the mines in Oklahoma. They sent them in boxcars out there. And, that's how his father got there. He was born
Yeah, she
there.
had
Oh.
a top
Born Baker.
Born Baker,
Baker,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. That's 15 miles west of California.
And Jim died in the mine because they didn't turn on the electric current when he was working on something?
That's right.
He was
See, when the night
superintendent.
shift comes off, they're supposed to cut off the food.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He stepped in some of the water and live water.
Uh-huh.
That kid,
How old was he?
I'm not sure. He was older than Dad. I'm not sure what age he was. when Dad-
Yeah.
Dad went out to funeral.
So then that's when my father
18 months
And-
older than me. He died.
and his father and who else came out there? And Uncle John for Jim's funeral, right?
Right.
And that's when that picture was taken.
That's when that picture was
So this
taken?
picture's taken in Oklahoma,
Yes,
Yeah.
at
When
Jim's
they come
funeral.
to the funeral.
and this is Jim's daughter.
Yeah, Maddie.
That's Maddie, his daughter.
Oh,
Now, she
that's,
lived in Cribs.
Oh, it's another Irish.
Where's that?
another
Yeah,
Irish.
she
Yeah,
lived
I
in
think
San
my mother
Rafael.
name is Kim.
Oh, she
I
still
was
lives there?
saying.
No, I
Well,
don't
this,
know. Robert saw her
Oh, did
4
he?
or 5 years
Emma.
ago.
He did.
She's getting all fine.
My goodness, Chris, K-R-E-B-S?
My father's brother.
Where, Virginia?
Oklahoma.
Rosenberry
Right out of
Did she
McAllen.
remarry Roy, you know?
was my
I
father's
don't know.
sister, which we didn't
My dad corresponded with her, but
And I found out that she had a daughter,
Couldn't find the
Emily.
letters, huh?
Do you know any of this?
Hmm.
So I never went in.
I'm going to meet her tomorrow. And
Well,
she had a sister named Bill
interesting,
May.
isn't it, how all this comes about and we lose track and it's fun to go back and
She is
check
also
out.
deceased.
He has some pictures over here
Okay.
that we
Can
wanna
we
look
see?
at. Sure.
Yeah, I've got
He
a bunch.
has a lot of pictures he
I
wants
brought
to
them
show
down.
us.
I thought maybe you might want to look at it.
Thought we'd go over them a little
Yeah.
together instead of,
I'm not used to the old.
Just look at him, Boo, and I can't get that close, so you just look at him.
That's my mother there. She lived in '96.
She did. Now this is a Josie. This is Josie. This one. I've never seen a picture of it. Don't prove you have any negatives. Grandchildren.
There's one from the
Reunion.
reunion, and they had mama laying down like that.
And who's this?
You know who that is?
It said a reunion. It's up there at the church, but I don't
This
know.
is you.
I don't know, it was Cynthia and Curry, I don't know what part they were from.
That was Roy's mother.
Yeah. It must have been the last time they took it.
What is it? What are they laughing at over there? Who's that, Ruby?
Hi, honey. And here is another one at the reunion, so I remember that she's in wheelchair, Charlotte. And it's,
Carrie.
This was one of our outings, we go out to eat a lot.
Did you bring me your mules and your babies and all of that?
No, I didn't bring it.
Who's that?
That's Roy. You know who that is.
Granddaughter.
Kitty. Kitty now. I don't do that very much.
That's Roy Jr. Son. He likes to play with his baby. Right here.
Look him out, huh?
That's Florence Sweet. Shopping, she's in the wheelchair.
Like the picnic, huh?
Yeah.
Were you lucky?
I mean, her,
Here's a better picture of my mom.
Oh, yeah.
son's wife.
That's after she went to the That's what he said. When he took her
Here's a
there.
picture I
Let me
took of
see,
my
Boo.
wife.
Can you get it? I mean,
I think.
she's getting a recording of this.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's recording everything we're saying and everything we're
I took
doing.
this.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah,
Look at
fine.
this.
Really
That's
made her a
good.
bonnet. She took her extra.
Well, look at this. That's good,
Can
isn't
you
it?
get that, Sandy?
Well, it doesn't shine.
At,
Oh, that's beautiful. I
She's
get.
got that
Yeah,
bonnet
dressed
on.
We'll hold
That's
it.
all right.
How old was she here, Roy?
For mine?
It's going out of focus here. Just hold it and see if I can do
About
something
95.
here.
She know.
How?
95.
I think I got it
Do you
there.
know where they
Roy,
met?
what about the one of you and her that you
Yeah.
got
You know where they met?
upstairs?
Your mom and dad?
Sure, down in
She-
Oklahoma.
Roy, who met who? What?
My mother was a cook in a boarding house.
Is that right?
My dad boarded there.
Uh-huh.
He had a good appetite.
He had a good appetite.
Roy, the picture of you and her and you
That's
and
Robert.
she
That's
had the
Robert.
bonnet on.
Huh?
It is sitting on your chest drawers up there.
What is it?
That's a good one for them to make a picture of, the one with their bonnet, you know.
This is
That's
our
what they got there.
But you was with her with one. The
You
one I
stayed
know
beside
about.
her?
Well, I don't have it.
What's the town in Georgia? Auburn. U-L-B-U-R-N? Or library?
One more time.
Am I holding it right?
That's fine, just so you don't get a.
Reflection?
Let's see how close I can get. Just a minute.
Maggie's granddaughter.
This is Roy's mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
She's
Josie.
That's Josie.
I can't. It's hard to see. I think that's the best I can do for
Okay,
you.
that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Uh-huh. What did you say about Roy?
A good old
under my
boy.
arm.
Good. Good.
But Sandy,
Huh?
I want to know whose red ribbon's on the fireplace.
Whose red ribbon is that?
My son sent it to me.
Oh, he did!
What's it say?
Here's another one.
The sexiest what?
Sexiest senior
Hey, this is
center.
what we're talking about. That's another one.
Is this another one?
Yeah. Read that.
What does it say?
Read that.
Says, I thought 2 weeks in the Bahamas would be nice for your birthday. I'll call you when I get back.
That's kind of
It's kind of guy.
Yeah.
Funny
see you again.
Enjoy it for you, huh?
Will you say hi to Sandy for me, would you?
Yes.
And tell her her kissing cousin says hi.
Okay.
Okay.
Good luck, everybody.
Thank you.
To whom are you speaking, honey?
Just a big wave.
I finally went to this guy.
Here we are. Hitting the sauce.
Yeah.
Whew.
Want to join us?
Wow. I'm hitting the sauce in the other room.
Oh, you're in the other room at it, huh?
Yeah.
Good sauce.
Good sauce. Good stuff.
Couldn't wait to get back here.
Thanks, Connie. That's great. Everything's
good.
wonderful.
Well, listen, you're more than welcome.
Are you taking a picture of me?
Sure, honey.
Well, don't take one of me today. Take one of me tomorrow.
Well, Ole and Lars, they met on the street one day, and Ole had two black eyes. And Lars, he says, how in the world, he says, could you have gotten two black eyes? He says, Ole says, well, he says, I got them in church last Sunday. He says, Lars says, you have two black eyes, he says, in church? Yeah, he says, I was sitting there, he says, right behind Mrs. Olson, he says, it was hot and sticky, he says, and we had to stand up, he says, and her dress was caught in the back, he says, so he says, I reached over, he says, and I pulled it loose. And Lars says, well, he says, that's one black eye, he says, but how in the world could you have gotten the other one, he says. And Ole says, well, he says, I thought to myself, if that's the way she feels about it, he says, I'll just put it right back as well.
I told them about the birds in West Virginia and their flight patterns.
I think we're ready to eat, ladies. Would you like some wine or anything?
It's really 6:47 here. Okay, about time to eat. We're going to have London broil done on the grill. Lots of good stuff. Connie's son Scott and his wife Rose and little girl Stephanie are here. All right. Let's go find her. There's Rose. The lights are on. There's Connie. There's Scott. There's Stephanie. Stephanie, wave hi.
Did you see when you were there?
Hi.
Can you wave?
Hi. Say hi.
Wave.
How old are you, Stephanie? 2. Good. Can you sing Jesus Loves Me for me?
I know for the Bible down
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Did you take another turn?
Sorry.
Alright, she's ready. I'm living on a mountain underneath the cloudless sky. I'm drinking from the fountain that never shall run dry. For I am living on the manna of the bountiful supply. For I am dwelling in Beulah land. Now,
Very
Ruthie, you
good.
come over and
Very
you
good.
sing your version.
And now we have Mrs. Bias. Mrs. Bias
We
and
can't do that.
I can't do what?
Talk like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah?
I've reached the land of corn and wine, where all its riches freely mine, where shine the never one blissful day, for all my nights have passed away. Oh, Beulah land, sweet Beulah land, as on the highest mount I stand, I look away across the sea, where mansions are prepared for me, and view the shining glory shore, my heaven, my home forevermore.
we're all ready for our Sunday and freeze at
Mount
Hope.
Hope Methodist Church.
Almost said Cold Springs again. We can't go there. I don't think that's where we're going to be.
Sin far from the peaceful shore, sinking to rise no more. But the master of the sea heard my despairing cry. From the waters lifted me, now safe and mine. Love lifted me, love lifted me. When nothing else could help, love lifted me.
You wanna end it?
I
We
wanted
wanted
your
to end
harmony
it.
in there. Oh, you did forgot.
Yeah. Everybody said, hi, and I think of them all. Jim and Bob Lacey are going to plan the next retirement group party. Yeah. Feel good.
Goodbye, Roanoke. I don't know. This is Millard and C.C. Cassandra Clementine. Where's Dicey and Dolphus? Over here? Dicey. That'll be what, Mother? This one? Right here, this tall one? Is what?
Amelia.
Amelia. Aunt Mealy? You knew who that was?
Saw pictures of
Saw
her.
pictures of her.
And heard it talked about.
Okay, now is this her husband next to her here? Right here. SC, what's that say?
SC Littrell.
SC.
A friend to his country and a believer in Christ, it says.
Oh, okay. Don't know if I'll be able to see that or not. Oh, did she?
People are standing outside with having their pictures taken around their tombstones.
Oh, is that right? Around the family plots?
No. No, we've never been here before.
We have family here we're going to see for the first time. Don't know.
Oh.
smile. You're on camera.
Yeah, and she
Her name is Daphne Smithers Rosenbaum, and her mother and father was Walter and Gussie Smithers. And I'm Ruth, her sister. We have another sister, Opal, and a brother, Lewis, and our grandfather was Clark Jones and Polly. And the farm place is right here adjacent to the church property.
Is that right? Isn't
Now
that
you've got a big
fun?
history.
Yes,
Well,
you did.
that's
Well,
what
Did we
it
just
was.
meet Opal inside?
You might have.
Alfred?
Yes.
Opal
yes,
Alfred. Oh,
yes.
yeah, she-
yeah, she's our
she-
sister.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
great. Her
She
insight.
said
And
something.
what did she say about
She said
your mother and my
Gussie.
grandmother Emma were good friends?
friends.
They were.
Probably.
They were.
Mhm, mhm.
Isn't that
And her
amazing?
name was, your mother's name was?
Gussie.
Augusta, and she was called Gussie.
And you, when do you remember the last time seeing Emma?
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't tell you when it was.
But-
But I was still a little girl and you all were little girls.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you were
Yeah.
little girls
Little
together.
What time? What year did you all come back for the last time?
Last time was 75.
I gotta get
that we were here.
outside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we didn't
Thank
come
you,
to
hon.
church at that time.
It's nice to meet you
but
all.
then you come
Thank
back.
you.
Okay.
The kids came to Sunday school, didn't they?
Yes, we brought the children, and they were. My little boy was like probably 3. No, Sandra
Sandy
was
I was
3.
I was 5 and he was 3.
Okay, there we have it. Yeah. So that's been a
Well,
while.
I'm so glad you all
Thank
have
you.
come back.
Thank you. We're really enjoying it.
And I'm glad
Girls.
that I
Maybe.
had time to see you
Yeah,
all
yes,
and
yes.
meet you.
No, we
Special
don't.
Sunday.
We don't know Joyce Johnson, but we've been corresponding with Joyce,
Oh.
and she.
We haven't seen her since she
And
was
she's
8.
your mother's niece.
Yes.
Right.
Her dad,
Uh-huh.
Harper.
And
That's
our
so
mother
great.
was brother and
Uh-huh.
sister.
Well, she's going to be real excited. isn't she?
She was like 8 years old when we saw her last.
And you all live in Arizona? Hello,
Yes.
Paul.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, we live in Phoenix.
Oh.
Boo lives. She lives in Sun City.
My
That's real
brother has, he and his wife have a niece that lives in Phoenix.
Is that right?
And they go occasionally.
Go out to see her once in a while.
On the far side?
Down the glass.
Uh-huh.
Tom's just letting her out.
And who's with it? Well, she looks like the pictures. Yeah. Who's
Hi,
with?
Joyce. This is Ruthie. That's Jill May over there. This is my daughter.
Fine.
Hi, I'm Sue. I'm Ruth's daughter, Sue.
And the camera operator is Sandy, who's Ruth's oldest daughter. You don't remember
Why
me
I
saying
told
she
you.
was white-haired and she looked much older than me?
Didn't trust her, did you? That's why I told you right away, because I think you thought I was she.
This is Joyce and Tom's daughter, Martha. And these are her 3 children. Turn around, honey, she's taking your picture.
No. I said number 3, so he said that's number 2.
Oh, she can't count. This is my daughter, Sue.
Oh,
Gene, what are you doing with that?
Martha.
I had to have
You
3.
gotta keep on.
Y'all gonna sing for church?
Tom, the husband of Joyce.
I'm not going to sing. No.
How you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Good. I hear you're gonna sing in church?
No, ma'am.
Oh. Oh.
He's the listener, the 3 girls.
Oh.
No,
This is daughter Sandra.
I don't sing.
You don't
Oh,
sing?
don't
No.
sing?
Oh, you leave it to the women, huh?
Yeah, they the ones, they're supposed to have the prettiest voices anyway.
Are they? Well, maybe they need a baritone or a tenor.
You want me to take it? Okay, he's alive.
Well,
Are they going to Sunday school?
Oh, yeah, just... Another one with pink, the other one.
They was having on camera.
You did. You. We picked out all the beautiful ladies and we took
Well, you
their-
shouldn't
we
have got
took
me
their
then.
pictures. Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm not having a good time anymore. I'm mad.
Oh, okay.
This is Ruthie's daughter, Sue.
Hello, how are you? Donna.
This is my sister Sandy.
Hello.
Our photographer.
They won't recognize you. You'll
She's
just
usually a pretty she's around. But now she's got a good one.
Yeah.
This is the day.
Oh, yeah, this is the main day.
This
Well, I'm
is the day.
certainly glad y'all could come.
Oh, thank you. We're going to see you later.
Yeah, yeah. See you over there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm mad. This time, here's another picture. Morning.
Guess who?
I'm Sue.
Hi, nice to meet you.
My sister Sandy. Are you being photographed?
Oh, no.
Those two are my daughters.
It's nice to meet y'all.
We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Are you in a hurry now?
It's her little boy? That's your little boy? Yeah.
I bet they would.
These two sisters, Faye and Libby? Levada, sorry. Faye. Faye on the left, Levada on the right. Yes. We'll find it.
This is Faye Nelson, who is the daughter of Doffus, and this is her sister Levada Kreiner, who is her sister, and they're both daughters of Doffus.
And both
right?
of these are.
Now this is Sue, Ruthie's daughter, and this is Sandy. And the girl in the green dress is Ruthie.
Yeah.
Hadn't changed that much, has she? Oh, she's Joyce, I'm sorry.
Well, bless her heart,
This is Levada. And this is Faye. Oh my goodness, you girls.
Oh, golly. I didn't know who you were. I recognized you since we pulled up. Did you? Oh, this white hair? Because I didn't have this white hair the last time I saw you. I did. Well, it's been here a long time.
You don't need the book. You know the words. There's the usher.
We'll figure it out.
What'd you say? Come on. What'd you say?
She told me that, we said, well, what are we doing now? She says, well, now's the time to lollygag around.
Oh, we lollygag.
Yeah, so we lollygag.
Is that harmful?
That's not harmful.
Is it the devil's
I
work?
think it's fun.
Oh, okay.
I think it's while they're having Sunday school.
Okay.
Clement Littrell's baby daughter.
Oh, my goodness.
You're Ruth?
I'm Ruth Rotenberry Bass.
Well,
Right.
it's good to meet you all. I
Thank
didn't even
you.
know I had any cousins.
Well, how about this?
How is Clement kin to us? I mean, how? Is it on
grandpa must have been yeah, family cousins, some way or other. But they always and they always said that cousin Clem, you know, about grandpa. So there was a cousin, but we never asked anybody which cousin.
Which cousin?
We just, you know, called her Cousin Clemmy all the time. Well, it's good seeing you.
Thank you very much. And this is her daughter Sandra, who's taking our
Sandra.
picture.
Oh, Lord.
And this is her other daughter Sue.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. And you all right?
Yeah, I'm all
And
right.
you look awful pretty. Doesn't she look pretty?
Yes, she does.
Bed over there in her pretty classic purple and green. Isn't that pretty?
It is.
I should say.
Well, where'd Mary go?
Good thing Debbie's not here.
Well,
Yelling at her.
This lady.
Okay, this is Robert's wife.
Okay.
Robert was her brother.
Uh-huh.
first name is with the colon.
Aline.
Literal.
How do you spell that, Aline? A-L-E-E-N-E?
A-L-E-N.
No E on the end.
He just needs that one.
I don't know. He had forgot how. He said he thought somebody was going to go over it.
Hey, again, what you just told me about Decoration Sunday and how the churches are on a circuit and
Okay, this minister right here in this church, he has, I think, 5 churches, and they have decorations. This is first Sunday in June. That's what starts it.
And you're the first church that has the Decoration Sunday. Does every church have its own cemetery attached to it?
Right.
And that's just common?
That's common. Well, it is for country, but it isn't in town.
It isn't in town.
No, in the city, Galaxy don't do that.
How many people do you have on the rolls here?
I have no idea, because
Oh, that's right. You don't go. You go to
I don't go
Galax.
here.
You came here special today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, half of them that got on rolls probably did.
I imagine. I imagine. Oh, there's Boo again.
Well, and I got my birth certificate, and it's spelled L-I-C-T-E-R-E-L-L.
What'd you find out, Boo?
Down here is Harper's grave.
Wait, you going to it? Yeah.
You want to go to that?
Yeah.
He said just back it up and let them out. Okay.
I think Sue and I saw this at the very beginning. Yeah.
This is Carper's.
And
that's for Marcy, and this is their son Donald.
That's right. That's right. We saw that. Well, see, he's rural Carper.
Yes,
that's why we
I
saw.
know it.
And that we saw rural, and we saw, well, this Marcy, which you know.
And Robert,
Yes.
whose wife you just met.
Yes.
That's theirs down there with the blue. He
right.
loved blue. And
All
that's
that.
his.
So they put blue on there for him.
For him.
Okay.
And then the Collinses.
I've seen lots of those on our
then
way.
that was Grandma Littrell's maiden name.
Grandma.
Collins.
Right. Right. And her first name was
Cassandra Clementine
Collins. And we've taken a picture of that already.
Have you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
we got that.
E.H.
And she married somebody named Dolphus.
Well, that was her last name.
But her first name was Bertie.
No, Dicey. Oh, Bertie Dicey.
Bertie
yeah, but
Dicey,
I didn't know that.
See? Bertie, we didn't know that till right now. It's Bertie Dicey Littrell. Dicey and Dolphus are right there.
The one that said the prayer, he said, now this may sound strange to you, but he says 2 or 3 years ago there was a man here from, I think it was South Carolina, and he and his wife, and they were in a van, and they had this child that was not well. And he came up here on this hill and saw this beautiful cemetery. And he said, are there any restrictions to who can be buried here? And he said, well, no. And he said, well, I would like to buy 3 lots. And so he told him where to go to buy the 3 lots, and said when this child died, which wasn't too long after they had been here, they had the lot over here, and this child is buried here, and when they pass away, they want to be buried here too.
Isn't that interesting?
Clear from South Carolina, just going through here
Oh my
and
God.
coming to church and had seen this spot, and this is where they want to be buried.
Now, Sue, ask your question to Boo again about did Grandma ever request to be buried here?
You're
And-
running now?
Yeah.
Oh, did Grandma ever request to be buried here?
No. The only thing that she requested is she be taken back to Decatur and buried by her husband. But did you notice that the first girl?
Read this. It says attendance today, 107. Offering today, $436.90. Attendance last Sunday, 89. Offering last Sunday, 282.41. Building fund, 35.19. Record attendance is 151. And enrollment is 127. I know I can't read it. You guys have to read it on the outside, so I don't read it. Tuning up. That wasn't a service we were in before. That was. That was devotions we were before. Everybody said announcements, had prayer, and this will be the service.